I've come out to Tockholes today. I've come out to have a walk around. It's a wet and windy day, but I thought I'd come out and get the cobwebs blown away. I'm at a bit of a reservoir and I'm looking along the banks to see whether there's any footprints within the banking round here. Now I came over yesterday with Brett and Chris Turner, and we went and put a camera not far from this area where I am now. So yeah, I just thought I'd come again today. Yesterday it was such a lovely day. We had blue skies, really warm day. Today is wet and windy, but at the moment it's dry. I've been walking down here. You know, I've got a bit damp, but now it's cleared up. Still grey sky, but it's clear. And it's perfect for walking. It's a warm day, even though it's wet and windy. It is a warm day. But I thought, yeah, I'm walking around the reservoirs today, and I'm looking around the areas around the sandbanks, around the reservoirs itself, where the sort of the rivers and the streams start coming into the reservoir. Because I know there's a lot of like soil around here and then sand where I could find any potential prints, and hopefully cat rather than dog and human.
I've left my soul far behind, so find me a place to grow, a place to roam, a place to go home. This road is paved with gold, but the view is getting old.
I'm at a point where we were yesterday, and I ended up putting a camera in this area. The reason we put it in this area is because this sandbank I'm on, not now, but yesterday when we came, there was a few tracks along here, and I was quite unsure of what they could have been. They did look like cat prints, but I'm unsure because we could see some human footprints as well. So it could have been dog. You know, it probably were walking on here when it weren't as wet. Well, I put a trail camera just on the other side of this area, and I'm going to leave that up for a month or so. Now, not only that, I put in the trees. I've got some wool, some Carol Ann did me some crocheted these little bits of wool here, and they're soaked in a perfume which is meant to attract cats. It's Calvin Klein, it's Obsession, and I've been told, and I've seen other people talking about this, that I think there could be a pheromone within the perfume itself that attracts cats to it. So not only here at this sandbank where it probably could come here drinking the water, I've got the camera. I've added that little extra bonus by hanging these things in the trees. Now yesterday when I came around here, I just stunk of this perfume, and all I could do was smell it all day because it was on my hands. Now today I've come here and I can actually smell it a little bit in the air, so it's working that way because the wind is blowing it. In fact, it's blowing it in this direction now, and I can smell it as I'm walking along on this path. So hopefully that'll attract a cat while it's drinking at the water. It might go towards the camera because there are more around the camera than where I put it around, you know, on this side of the river, because the camera is up right on the other side of the river. I put it there because I know, I mean, yesterday I walked across the river. I've got good boots on so I could walk through the river, and I can't imagine anyone else walking through that. At this time of year, yeah, maybe in summer you might get kids playing around there, but not in the middle of winter when it's cold. So what I'm going to do as well, because this path takes me to an area where a witness had an encounter in here with what we was called a FAE, little beings that were almost see-through, like the predator. They could see the beings, and they could see them but see through them, sort of thing. Following them and running around them. Now I'm going to come to that area because not only did he say he saw them like that, and he saw them almost transparent, but out of his peripheral he actually saw them wearing clothes. So for some reason, yeah, out of his peripheral he could see them wearing clothes, but looking straight on them, they were like see-through, like the predator type being, but they were only about 2-3 foot off the ground. So I'm going to be heading in that way anyway, so I'll have a look around there, and I'm going to look around the trees around there and see whether I see anything unusual, or be lucky to see anything unusual.
Something won't sit right. Nothing here is mine. I don't believe my lies. I have to fight to free my ties.
I do love walking these woods, especially the path I've just walked down. Such a lovely area, and the changing of the seasons as well. I mean, how you're seeing it today, you know, there's not any leaves on the trees. There's a bit of green here and there with the ivy and the holly trees that are still nice and green. And you know, I've got this tree here behind me which has had holly, ivy all around it, and it's collapsed over time because it's died. But it's just lovely. It's walking through here. There's a lot of, with the wind, there's a lot of trees rubbing against one another, and it was a bit eerie as well walking down that because they were blowing and actually bending quite close together. I kept the camera on as I was walking along, just in case one of them did collapse and come over, which would have been something new to see, because I've never actually been out here in the woods and experienced a tree falling over. I've seen them after, well, you know, when I've come in the woods, and seen them along paths where they've been cut up, especially around this area. So I've just walked through one now, as I was mentioning it, you know, that it's fallen through the wall and collapsed over here at some point, and they've had to saw it on either side so people can still walk through along the path. Well, these paths around here, they're very well maintained. They do get a bit muddy at this time of year, but in summer they're quite dry, and it's so different all the time around here. I mean, yesterday, example, it was such a lovely, almost like spring day, and now I know I'm under the cover of all these trees. I'm still feeling a bit of the rain, but looking out over the reservoir, I can see how wet and rainy it is. It's got a film of like rain over the top of it. There's other people walking around here, you know, and I don't know if you can hear it. It's in my coat. But today, with it being so warm, I've underneath this, what I'm wearing, which is a very thin cagoule, is just a t-shirt, and I'm so warm walking around here because of how nice it is, even though, or should I say how warm it is, even though we've got this bit of heavy rain every so often. But yeah, I'm well protected here. It's not bothering me one bit. I don't mind coming out in the rain or the snow, as you've seen from past videos. The weather doesn't seem to stop me. If I've got something to look into, I'll be out there looking into it, and as we say, boots on the ground, investigating, researching. I just like getting out there, you know, no matter what. Like today really, I'm coming around and I'm looking for cat prints. But not only that, I'm coming out because I wanted to come out for a walk. I wanted to get out again, back in nature, back to where all these things are happening. And why I decided to come out even though it's raining was, well, you know, this phenomena that goes on around here, I don't think it's weather shy, because it shows itself in all sorts of weathers. You know, people are seeing strange things around here when it's been raining, when it's been a sunny day, at night, early morning. You know, wild campers who woke up in pouring rain and heard growls. So, you know, it does represent itself no matter what the weather seems to be. So just coming out in nice warm sunny weather and having a look round, I don't think you're going to experience things all the time, because yeah, we've had experiences of strange phenomena happening around us no matter what the weather while we've been out. But not only that, even though it's raining today, it's pleasurable coming out here. And you know, seeing it at this time of year, I'm looking forward to spring coming along, because I'll see it again totally different, even though I'm walking in the same places. And you do, all the way through the year, it's always different no matter what. So you never get bored of walking the same paths around here as well. Even though I tend to, in summertime, more or less get out there and into all this behind me. Yeah, at the moment, I can't stand in that over there, because it's that wet and damp. And when I'm walking on here, this little bridge, that's there because of this bit of wetness around here. And that runs all behind this wall as well, so I don't go in there at this time of year, because I'll end up to my knees in mud. So we leave that till summer. But if there is anything walking in there, it will leave prints, and as it gets drier and drier, then prints will still be there. So there still might be evidence that there's something in there. But I'm not far now from where Simon, I talk about Simon, about him seeing the FAE or the fairies, or these entities, these see-through entities, you know, like, but Simon, you know, I talk to Simon a lot, and we do walk around here a lot, and he's forever showing me the areas that he had his experience. You know, he always talks about it when we stop there. But yeah, I'm coming over to a bridge now, and that'll take me straight over to the area where he had his experience. So I'm going to have a look around that area and see if I have an experience, which would be nice. I was going to bring something with me to leave behind, almost like a bit of gifting, to see whether in the future I would get anything back. But it was a bit of a rush coming out, and it was more of an afterthought of me doing that. But next time I will do. Next time I'll bring something and I'll leave it behind. But I'm out in the open now. So I'm at the spot now where it happened to him and his girlfriend at that time. And I did interview Simon just at this point. So what I'm going to do is go into the wooded area, and he was actually telling me that what had happened was his girlfriend at the time saw a branch moving out of the corner of her eye, and she looked over, and they went into this wooded part where I'm going in now, and that's where they saw him. Now when they saw him and they came back onto the path, that's when they were running around him and following him. And then the one that jumped over the wall right in front of him, that looked dressed, what you can see out of the corner of his eye. So I'm in that wooded bit now, where they both saw these things. It's not a big wooded, like wooded area at this point. It's not dense or anything, but there's a lot of holly trees. Now, holly trees, you hear stories about the fair and about FAE, how they have some connection with holly. And in this area there are a lot of holly trees. Now, where I'm walking around, I can see a lot of footfall. There's markings where deer have been as well. I can see where they've been scraping at the ground here. So deer will come into here, and they're probably protected with the holly trees, because the path which runs in front of me there, I can't really see it now, because I've got this holly around me, as you can see there. And it's stretching the full length. So what I'm going to do is just carry on having a look round and see if I see anything.
A place to roam, a place to go home. This road is paved with gold, but the view is getting old. My heart is turning cold. They say all roads lead to Rome. Lead me home, lead me home. Well, they say all roads lead to Rome.
Well, I've not seen anything, but it's been a pleasant walk walking through that area. There was at one point a dense feeling of being watched, should I say, as I was walking through. But could that be my imagination? Because I'm here and I'm back on the path now. The wind's picking up a lot now, and then trees are really squeaking together, as you can hear that. There we go again. The wind's picking up, the rain's getting heavier. I'm getting to a point where I need to put my hood up because I can feel it beginning to soak. So I'm going to head back now and come out another time. Thanks for coming along on this little journey with me this morning. I know it's not much of a long video, but when the weather starts getting heavier and you've got the equipment I've got, I don't want it getting too wet. It is waterproof, but it's connected to something else that's not waterproof. So I'm going to leave it at that and say thank you for joining me, and see you all soon.